this is a Starting Over podcast. I'm your host, Edward Shelton, a.k.a. Dark Logos. And this is the show where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of heroclix. Today is really good show that I have scheduled and worked on for a month to get together. I have three awesome players, many of which you would know in some form or fashion in the community. So they are scholars and notable, excellent gentlemen in the game of heroclix and life. I have Roni KJS, and just tell people a little bit about yourself, Roni.
I'm from Atlanta. I am a copy editor and page designer for regional newspapers in the area, and I am the webmaster of heroclixin.com. I am a little less meta than maybe the rest of the folks on this show, so my picks will be more fun than effective, most likely.
Yeah.
I've also been a rock judge for the past few years, basically, as long as the World Cup has been going on.
Yeah. So there you go. Then following up, I have Mr. KJ Foster. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello.
Slightly.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I'm currently on the controller area, so accounting, for those who don't know what a controller is. I love the game of heroclix, part of Team Phoenix Nest, and it got a nice little list for everybody. So sit back and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you don't want to hear KJ go off about University of Michigan and University of Miami days, because some of that stuff is like listening to MTV Cribs or Behind the Music.
Yeah, you're going to have to sign letters of confidentiality on most of the stuff, especially down at the U. So shout out to the people down there in Miami. We can talk about that at a later time.
Yeah. And, of course, heroclix podcaster, connoisseur extraordinaire, Will Holland. So you can give folks a little introduction to yourself if they don't know who you are, Will.
Hello, this is William Holland. My day job, I work in a cafe at our local hospital here in Lake Jackson, Texas. I'm also a children's book writer, and I just met up with one of Edward's teammates at a rock and got stomped by the big bad wolf at the end of the first Super Q of the year. Yeah.
Wes also says hello. All right. And, of course, I am your moderator, Edward Shelton, a.k.a. Dark Logos. I just wanted to have like an intro like this just to show that I didn't just grab three random guys that just happen to be black, but actually have some, established players. And then also people that are of some notable worth for a Black History Month team this year. All right, so we're going to start it off. I'm going to just have us each sort of go through our top rundowns as I, turn my speakers off because this is the second time I've done this. But let's just go ahead and go through our top rundown characters that people should consider for fun, effectiveness, and whatever else, joy and merriment. And so I'll go ahead and let's just start off with you, Will. What are your sort of top 5 characters?
Oh, wow. Top 5, okay. Top 5, I'm going to first of all start off with from the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, we're going to start off with Cloak. Cloak would be at 35 points. His main goal is transportation, get people where they need to go, and also he has traded Shape Change, and when he hits an opposing character with a close attack, that character dealt 1 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. So, whereas, he's just a character that's really annoying and hard to get to. And then he also has the ability, if he has Dagger on the team with him, he can move her around as need be, and also he can transport her and another friendly character. So it doesn't matter what the other friendly character is, he can just transport them around. And plus he's got Spider-Man team ability, so he can wild card crazy stuff. Then we've got, from the same set, Power Man and Iron Fist. They've got the respective dial sets. And for 50 points, basically, you're going to play with this formation. You're going to want to probably do the Power Man. So you're going to be traded super strength, but to pick up a heavy and do 4 damage with exploit, for the first 3 clicks of your dial. So there you go on a good damage output for 50 points. I usually would like to go with the Black Panther from the OP kit of the Civil War set, the 70-point Black Panther. He's got traded stealth at the end of your turn. He's within 2 squares, a line of fire of a square of hindering terrain. You may place him in that square. So he basically gets a little bit of out of the shadows going on there. Starts off it out with kind of a similar dial to the old school Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And then War Machine from the Captain America Civil War set. For his points, I just like him for his points and what he can do. Plus, he has a Vengeance Initiative, so he can see through stealth.
Yeah.
And then my last one for that is Triathlon. I'm going to kind of put them in the same category, Triathlon and 3D Man, since they're technically the same person. They're both Delroy Garrett Jr., so
fair enough.
So personally,
different stages of his career.
Yeah, I tend to lean more toward 3D Man just because he has that multi-perplex with the 3 times peak human.
Yeah. All right, cool. Roni, what's your top 5 picks?
My top 5 picks? Well, I'm surprised none of y'all mentioned it already. I was going to not mention it if one of y'all did, but Jakeem Thunder. Come on, yo.
That's everybody's top 5. Y'all didn't want to say it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'll be the first one. That is a super piece, and you know what I like about it is that unlike a lot of other pickup power pieces, he not only has options and being able to pick more than one, but they wisely limited the number of the really top tier powers that you can pick. So you really have to make choices with him, and I like that kind of finesse with a piece. Y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just...
Okay,
yeah.
I heard some beeps on my phone, and I'm like, did I just lose them? Okay, my next pick is a piece that Edward Shelton hates.
Oh, God.
I love it.
We've talked about this.
You know it's coming. Age of Ultron, Black Panther.
No.
No. That's not the one you thought?
No, that is the one I thought. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. He is, let's face it, he is overcosted, but he is also the only actual complete Black Panther I think that we've gotten in the game so far. He's got willpower, he's got the moving attack ability, he's got the outwit, he's got the ability to get through armor, all those things, all in one package. If only he costs like 15 to 20 points less, I would play him all the time and probably do well in actual tournaments with him. But as he is, he's not. As he is, he needs a little too much help, and then he just becomes too expensive. But still my favorite Panther. Along with him, though, I really like the Grand Prize Panther from Civil War for his... He doesn't really have an out of the shadows ability. He has a more like back in the shadows ability. So he jumps out there, hits somebody, and then fades into the bushes like Homer Simpson, but better. I haven't decided if I can use him well in actual games yet, but yeah, I like him. Next on my list is I have to make a decision here. We're gonna go with Luke Cage. Luke Cage one? From Civil War.
Ooh. That's an interesting one.
Yeah. He would be absolutely perfect if he had willpower.
Yes.
But even though he doesn't have willpower, he is a solid piece that will enhance your close combat forces with his empower. The fact that he doesn't have willpower means that you can push him to attack, and then suddenly his defense jumps up to 18, and he ignores penetrating damage, or he reduces penetrating damage, to say that correctly. So he is, he's a little harder to put down than you might expect for 70 points. And that 70-point cost is what makes me like him over the Age of Ultron one. which is far more expensive, but really not that much better at all.
Yeah.
And
little side
my
note.
number 5.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Little side note. The one thing the Civil War stuff did do is just give us a bunch of cheap guys that are not that bad. But so yeah. But go ahead. Sorry.
And my last one is one that I actually didn't notice at first, because by looking at it you don't know that he's black. But Spider-Punk.
What?
Spider-Punk is the Hobie Brown of his universe.
I did not know that.
AKA the Prowler.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I saw that in a post on Facebook, and I'm like, wait, he's black. Oh, I got to get him now. I didn't need any of these chases, and now I need to get this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I need to get him.
Spider-Punk would totally be on my Black History Month team.
That's not a bad piece at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been enlightened. Okay.
Yeah.
KJ, hit us up with your top 5, man.
All right. I'm surprised I didn't hear her name brought up. What is it? Uncanny, her name, Uncanny X-Men 003 Storm. Coming in with Perplex, Free Action, and Smoke Cloud.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I was kind of surprised I didn't hear her name. I have my little list here, but actually she's pretty good. 50 points, like I said. She has Perplex, X on the first click, Free Action, Smoke Cloud, Stealth, which runs right-handedly with Ellie Blade, who also has stuff. Precision Strike. She has 4 range, 10 attack. Modified defense values by +2 if he's a target of mind control. You start to see a theme here of building the ultimate stealth team, which leads me into Night Thrasher.
Wow.
Right.
That's
Right. 90 points charge, has stealth and toughness also as well. He can use NCAP. And when he does, after actions resolve, characters are dealt 2 damage. Also has leadership also as well. So the next two, they kind of break the theme a little bit. Because both of those were martial artists, but the next one, who I think is pretty good, is the 50-point Nick Fury Jr.
Okay.
And right, I mean, the guy, he's 50 points. He has charge 11, and then attack. Close combat reflexes 17. He has Indomitable with 3 damage. But the key is he has a 6 range. And he basically is Nick Fury Jr. He has a shut-off power that, if he hits somebody, they can use a power or they can use a team ability next turn. So that's pretty. I think that's pretty unique, especially for 50 points. And last but not least, I know we kind of want to be economical here a little bit, so I'm just knocking right on out the box. All right, this piece is actually has been on several rock teams, and kind of made famous by Mr. George Masu a little bit, but it's War Machine at 200 points. And that's the one with the running shot, pick a power, all right, and we're going to smash you upside the head. That's what he's going to do. So triple bow, 4 damage, 11 attack, see-through stealth, again, picking the power, and if he's picked more than one, he got props. So there's enough to be said about what he's going to do. So that's my 5.
Yeah. All right. I have like a couple of unique ones. And this one, this is a debate one. Okay. I'm calling out Reverse Flash. Now, last year I was iffy. Now, they said Reverse Flash is Iris West's brother, but you come out to find out Iris West is black in New 52 because this Reverse Flash came out in New 52. So I'm going with the leap of logic that he's black. Okay.
Wait, she is?
Yeah.
She's black in New 52?
In New 52.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I read an article whole about how they like blackened Iris over time. Like she went from a ginger to a black chick, and I was like, okay, so that's really like my pushing it, like really pushing it, figure.
So here's my question. Here's my question on that. Did they put her in the same machine that they put Lois Lane in that one time that they wanted to make her black? I'm just curious.
Oh God! We're
Has that machine apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I
We're in
don't.
the crates of that one.
Yeah, I don't know on that. I don't know.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's probably hidden in the Fortress of Solitude somewhere.
My next pick, because y'all picked some good ones. I'm gonna pick some ones that are like a little bit more out of the box. Next one is Excess, because Roni, you got on me last year about Excess, because I was complaining about Prob. Yeah, Speed Force tokens, not high damage, not high attack, wild card with Legion, but it has that cross dimensions. If Excess has at least one speed token on this card, she can use Sidestep. If she has 3 on the card, she can use Improved Movement, ignores characters, and she has 5. She can use Improved Movement, ignores blocking terrain, which is pretty cool. And then the last second save, she can use Hypersonic Speed, can carry characters regardless of their speed symbols. If they share a keyword where Excess doesn't modify her speed value for the carry ability, friendly characters occupying or adjacent to squares moved through by Excess can also be carried, even if not adjacent to her at the beginning of the move. So she just goes in there and like swoops people up and gets them out of there. So you can save your Jakeem Thunder after you overextend. Another
She's the Flojo. She's the Flojo of heroclix.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I had not thought of that.
Another character that is on my radar that I was looking at last year and I used him. He wasn't an MVP, but he did his work. Cold Cast. Yeah. Justice League Elite member, but he starts off with Sidestep and TK. Then he goes into like crappy running shots, so you just want to keep him on the Sidestep and TK. It's like, okay. But Cold Cast can use Pulse Wave when he does, after actions resolve, counter the defense power on each hit opposing character until your next turn. So it's not bad, but he has a 9 attack. But if you want to shift into like a more defensive game, he has barriers. So I like that. Then this one, like people forgot about him because he's typically a white character, but he's not in this instance. Perry White.
Perry White, yeah.
From Batman versus Superman. Yeah. 40 points of just annoying. Like so annoying. Your banner headline, just jacking with low point figures. Like you can't use willpower. That was also on my list. I also had what was it? Falcon from Captain America Civil War. And he's 85 points running shot. Now the 5 range sucks. I'm not gonna front. The 5 range sucks. He has 11 movement. He flies, so he just gets your people in there. You're able to pay the extra 5 points for the omelet cap, so you get shake change, which really does make him, from a range combat attack, which really does make him a lot better considering like this version of Falcon, unlike the 90 other versions of Falcon, doesn't have energy shield deflection, which I'm fine with. And then he has enhanced goggles, says Falcon can use probability control, but only to reroll his own attacks. When Falcon attacks a character with tiny damage symbol, modify that character's defense value by -1. So that I like that. And then last but not least here, this is another surpriser, Puff Adder.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know he was black. I looked at him. I was like just scrolling through. I'm like, that looks like a little bit of brown there. And then I go and look up the guy on Google Images. His name is Gordon Fraley, and he's black. And then I wonder if he's going to survive in the new Marvel Universe because he's a mutant. So,
oh, no.
Yeah, so we already know how that's going to go. But I don't know if Marvel's going to forget about that or they're just going to make a new one. But anyway, the main reason I like him is the sneak attack, and then of course, because like all of those Serpent Society guys have it. But he also has intimidating size. At the beginning of your turn, choose Puff Adder can choose Super Strength, and has giant damage symbol, or Puff Adder has Starburst damage symbol. Puff Adder has the chosen effect until you choose again. So he could just be like, yep, I'm giant, and I pick up an Ultra Heavy because I'm 100 points. Yeah, play him at 100 points. And then he just like phases through a wall and then smacks you. So, and then he has the Venomous Spit, where give Puff Adder a power action. Yeah, say that 5 times fast. And deal 1 penetrating damage to an opposing character within 3 squares in line of fire. I like that. Now, lower point dial, if you just want to spit on people, you want to pay less points for that. But full on wanting to get like a reasonable attacker for cheap, the 100 points. Puff Adder. Plus he's Masters of Evil, so he keeps on trucking. Yeah. So you can also let's transition into the stuff that sort of works, but it's not actually a black figure character. And you can just throw anything that you think is viable in there. But I had Red Wing since it's Falcon's robot, and then that was my one main like little hey guy, like you need something else that's useful and you're low on points, hey, Red Wing. Will, I'll throw it to you. Do you have any like little add-ons that you think would be thematically fitting?
Thematically fitting, and he's a black figure, but I think it works. We're going to go with the Captain America from Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because he gives us the Captain America from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Falcon version.
Cat Falcon.
Oh, yeah, Falcon America. Falcon America. Okay.
Yeah, he gives us he gives us the King of the Birds, where he brings in the 3 bystanders and the Red Wing token. And then he also comes in, of course, with Energy Shield and Bone, Super Senses, and Willpower. So he's not as overcosted as, say, I don't know, Blue Marvel.
Oh, yes.
But
nothing is overcosted as Blue Marvel.
he definitely puts in a lot of work on his own, and plus with bringing in tokens and just bringing in more of a force with him for free.
All right, KJ, is there any like little add-on, figures, special objects? You're like, hey, not exactly a black character, but this is sort of fitting.
Actually, I gotta give my hometown Detroit some love. I didn't put him on the list, but still, he's made out of Detroit.
No.
But still, gotta put him out there on the list.
No.
I saw Steel. I looked at him again, and because I think I sent Edward a thing about ID card call-ins. I was like, well, they're Steel, but there's only one figure that you can call in with, and But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, actually, there's two. There's two cyborgs. His 146 point level and his other point level. So there's kind of two.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really good, but I have to give him some love. I'm from Detroit, man. He's from Detroit too. So
okay, so steal ID card. There we go. Okay, Roni, like please watch my mouth for the nasty taste of steel.
Pretty much everything on my list is black, but since you mentioned stuff that doesn't quite thematically fit, but almost thematically fits, how about that Quinjet, yo? Wakandan design.
That Quinjet.
It is that Wakandan design. It's actually the only reason I said, you know what? After Civil War, I was judged, so I got my judge prize for that, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep this and play with a Black Panther team because Wakanda Design Group.
Okay, all right. Wow. Now, real talk here. You could come in with a Black History Month Quinjet team and just call in more black people, like Spectrum.
I mean, that's all I could do.
Yeah,
that's all I could do because pretty much all the ID cards I collected were the black characters. I didn't care about the rest.
Yeah. So you could do that. You could get a shield level 7 card, shield level 1. Well, is there any black people that like grunts? Are there any black sculpts grunts?
Shield
level 1.
Where's my list? Shield section chief.
Section chief.
Shield section chief is. Yeah, Shield section chief is a black sister.
Yeah, but here's the thing: for the shield level 1 card, they have to be non-named. They can't be named characters.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And I think she's the only modern age Shield character who's black that's under 40. That's under 50 points, rather.
Yeah. Also, you can freaking call in as your final character War Machine. Like that's like your biggest gun. It's like you call in 200-point War Machine. Gosh, that's sort of sad. It's sad. Hold on, but the best part is that you probably have 5 of them if you played that event, so that you can play one on your force and then call in another one. So you can have 2. On a sadder note, the one other item that I thought about putting on the team that just only going to make us depressed is Pim Particles for our Goliath before he dies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goliath almost took the spot that Luke Cage has on my little top 5.
Yeah.
Well,
And
he does do that inspiration thing for his teammates when he dies.
Mm-hmm. And he's got that really good spike at the end, too.
Yeah, the greatest comeback ever, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Shortest comeback ever. Or something.
Or shortest comeback ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got shot in your chest.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, God. It's so sad, but I part of me wanted to keep Goliath and say, like, come on, man, have some pride. Like, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. And I looked at Stature, and I'm like, Stature's way better than Goliath and has less history. And I'm like, okay, don't look at that. Defenders, maybe you can work something with that. And then I saw how much he was going on eBay because it was the first week, and I'm like, eBay. Yeah, I'm going to eBay that. Because I got Goliath in Atlas somehow. I don't even know how I did that. I think 2 battle royales, yeah. So I got Goliath in Atlas. I'm just like, eBay. Yeah, I got to get you out of my sight. I can't deal with you. You make me sad.
Yeah. Another fun side note thing, Ronin.
Yeah,
Actually,
Ronin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Blade
Ronin.
Ronin.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's sort of talk about some characters that I think, like, we'll talk about 300 first. Like, some good characters that can carry a team, or that you want to definitely consider. And here I'll just, like, make it easy for us. If you have a Jakeem Thunder, no matter the point cost, play Jakeem Thunder. That's done. That's like not even a question that should go through your mind about should I play Jakeem Thunder. So this is just Jakeem Thunder sits on the top on the throne this year as the best black piece that you can play. So we'll just leave that alone. So it's not just, this is what you can also do with Jakeem Thunder, because we already know it's going to be that type of party. So let's. So
we're really not talking about 300 points. We're talking about 160 points.
Okay, so with him and the entities, right? It was like, okay, all right. So let's talk about 300. Some staples that we might want to consider, or some things you want to consider. I gotta tell you, like, if you can get a Perry White, get a Perry White. He offers you a lot of disruption for 40 points, and he's not like just breaking your build. You're like, oh, I got to build around Perry White. Like, no, you just put Perry White on there, and you have barrier, a weird perplex, and then just something to screw somebody from the other side of the map. KJ, what's one of the characters in 300 you think somebody should be focusing on?
Oh, at 300, or you need a tank. So, yeah, Jakeem is the staple. Actually, there's a Spider-Man. I think it's 031. And
Miles Morales.
Yeah, he's not Peter. Yeah, he's not Peter. So Miles, he might actually work to go alongside Jakeem Thunder because of his wild card ability. So that's something that might actually work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Roni, what's your some figures in 300?
I'm still kind of shaking my head over Miles Morales because he made my top 10 list of worst figures from last year. I was not happy with that piece. But if I was going to play in, with 160 points left over after Jakeem Thunder, you know what? I didn't think about it before you mentioned it on this cast, Ed, but that XS in him, that's kind of top tier right there. So with Jakeem, XS, and Spider-Punk, yeah, that would be the team I'd run at 300 all day. A couple of wild cards with JSA and double prob and that crazy taxi ability. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm liking that.
Oh gosh! All right, Will, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with somebody. I'm not a big fan of the attacks of this character, but I love his team ability and more importantly, his point value. 75-point Black Lightning from Justice from Joker's Wild.
Okay, I was about to say Trinity War, Justice League Trinity War. I was like, oh my gosh, but he's like 96 points.
You could either go. Because I do like the one from Joker's Wild because of the ability to incap people.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also has the Outsider CA.
Yeah, the Joker's Wild one is so much better.
Yeah.
And he is rocking an afro.
He doesn't beat the old Super Rare, though.
No.
But he's
nothing
good.
beats the old Super Rare.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, man. So many Black History Month games with him.
Yeah.
That's like comparing a homemade Reuben to, going out to McDonald's and asking for one.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. All right, so I actually like Black Lightning from Joker's Wild, and considering there's not a lot of stat mods you can get in terms of perplex, I think that's actually a good idea. So you can just sort of lock people's values down. It's nope, you're stuck at an 18 defense. There we go. Gosh, that's a really good that's a good pick. All right, so let's sort of crank up the point value, and we're going to jump to 500 because I know more people play between either 300 or 500 point games. In 500 point games, I'm going to just start off and throw in a character that you all are going to be like, why did you even bring this up? And it's for one particular reason, to just piss people off. Okay.
I know what you're about to say.
No, you don't know what I'm about to say because this is I haven't talked to anybody about this one. Okay.
I'm willing to bet. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's Baxter Stockman. You want to play 3 of them. Okay.
Are we talking about the mutant version or are we talking about the human version?
We're talking about the human version. Because
the human version is black. The other one's a blonde.
Yeah. So what?
It was weird.
Yeah. So Baxter has Outwit, and you just want to crank one down till he gets perplexed. So you spend, you're getting 3, and you spent 90 points, but you have 500 points. You don't care. You got Stealth and Outwit, and then you have 3 Outwits up front early game, and that's just annoying. That just pisses people off. And then what are you gonna do? Go waste your attack to go kill a Baxter Stockman who's in stealth? Please, thank you. While my War Machine shoots you from on high, I will take that all day, every day. All right. And I bet y'all thought oh yeah, you play Blue Marvel. No, you don't play Blue Marvel.
No,
you don't play Blue Marvel. You sit in the corner and cry when you think about that. You just cry.
You only play Blue Marvel if you're trying to prove a point or make a point or something. And usually the point is that look how bad this figure is, or the point is this scenario requires a figure of over 200 points, and it has to be a black figure.
That's a very specific scenario.
God. And that's the reason that you play Blue Marvel.
And then you look at the person who created that vent and just look at them with venom in your teeth.
Oh,
Just growl at them like, grrr.
oh gosh. Okay, KJ, who did you think I was going to say?
It was the War Machine. It really was. It was a War Machine with a bunch of Baxters.
Does that really work? Baxter?
Yeah.
Baxter only works with he only works with robots.
Yeah, he only works with robots.
special
Yeah,
stuff.
he doesn't work with armor. But...
Oh, well, then that's not. Then I was looking for a robot, and I thought he was on there, so I was actually wrong.
Yeah, but
Well,
but all right.
there is a black robot. You can play with him.
Who?
Yes.
Alexa.
Cyborg.
What?
And Alexis, yeah.
Cyborg. They both get robot keyword.
Alexis is
Oh
black.
yeah.
Oh, well, look at her skin.
I thought she was like a white chick. She had blonde hair. I just sort of.
It,
I never really looked at that.
she looks
She's
black.
a black chick with blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
She
see
looks
a
like-
ton of those.
That can actually naturally happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they albino, yeah.
Chicago.
Is she
She
black?
looks like half of the. Oh gosh. Yeah, she looks like half of the women that are on the housewife shows.
Yeah. Not.
Oh,
And there are some populations of black people who actually do naturally have blonde hair.
Yeah, if you had an albino relative.
No, not even albinos. They're actually dark skinned black people, but they blonde hair mutation shows up frequently in their people.
Man, that I learned something today. No, because I know I've had I met with folks. And I don't have any family members, but I've met with people at different events and stuff that like one of their ancestors was albino, so they end up with like blondish hair. So yeah, so that's and then you can have like African American albino, which is an interesting thing when it comes like the hair curl with that no pigment hair, like that full blonde hair. I was like, whoa. Like, I've never seen that. When I saw it the first time, I was like, you like take a step back. It's like, okay, I am seeing what I am seeing. But, okay, at 500 points, like, what type of squad are you all running? Because I'm going to be honest, gosh, I hate to say it, like, every year it's like, it's the war effort is always led by a war machine. It's always led by a war machine. Like, if you just keep going back, it's either Iron Patriot, when it was Rhodey as Iron Patriot, War Machine, or the Hammer Thor War Machine, this War Machine. Like, it's always War Machine. And even after this war, the one from Age of Ultron retires, it's just going to be the War Machine from Captain America Civil War. Like, it's always going to be War Machine and the backup group. You know, whoever you call them to be. So is there anybody else has an idea that doesn't involve War Machine and Jakeem Thunder at 500?
500 points. I know, like, one of the characters I also had on my extended list was Storm, the 90-point version that has the winds to hold you. Effects. I put her on. I had Alexis just because she starts with prob. And then I was looking over here. I'm looking at my deal here. Somebody that Edward actually reminded me of, and I didn't really think about it. Bronze Tiger.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, instead of doing, War Machine and Jakeem Thunder, I was just going to do Jakeem Thunder and then War Machine. Change it up a little bit. Yeah, they were confused about it. Maybe I can sneak that in. They might catch it.
It's too early in the morning.
But that wasn't good on that test. I'm
The
sorry.
worst part is we're recording this on MLK. We're recording this on MLK, right? And we're
Wow.
all right. Oh gosh. Okay, so any other thoughts? If Roni, what's your thoughts of 500?
At 500, so 500 minus 140 equals. So with the remaining 360 points, because he's a favorite, I'm trying to figure a way to put Goliath on the team. Because I like the fact that he would act as an additional taxi, an additional brick, a blocker for my other more valuable characters.
And then have them die. Have them die for their sins. Just have them.
I mean, he's a giant, so he can basically act as a big wall for somebody like a Jakeem Thunder who he could carry as a giant.
True.
And with defenders, he could also share his defense with say other wild cards or other defenders. And there would probably be a wild card on there, probably Spider-Punk. But I'm also thinking I can't decide if I want to add Cloak on the team to add a wild card and another defend character so that I could actually manage to chain Jakeem's defense with Goliath that way, even though they have different team abilities. But I'm also thinking if I play Spider-Punk, I need to play one of these Masters of Evil guys, either Cottonmouth or Puff Adder, so that Spider-Punk can just wail on people over and over again and just never stop.
Cottonmouth Black?
Cottonmouth, yeah.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
This is why I'm on the cast.
Yeah. Oh, no. Y'all don't understand. Like last year, we had a conversation, Roni and I, because he was like, you forgot this person, you forgot that person, this other person over here. And I'm like, daggone it, he's right. He's like, you should have had me on the show. And I'm like, daggone it, he's right. And then, what was it? Like also last year, sometime, I forgot, like mid-year, what was it? It's not 2 clicks. Hunter and, I'm drawing.
Dial
H.
Yeah, Dial H for heroclix. They were talking about black heroclix, and they were going to have Will on, and they didn't have Will on, and that show was very interesting, and I'll leave it at that. But Will and I were talking too. It's like we should have both been on, and we could have talked about black heroclix. I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So 500 KJ, and never mind.
Shoot. Cottonmouth, does he not actually have Masters of Evil? I'm looking at my list here, and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, wait. He should, because I thought he was,
He's part of
no, he doesn't.
Sinister, or Serpent Squad.
Yeah, Serpent Squad.
He's actually not Master of Evil, so.
Yeah.
All right, forget about Cottonmouth. It's Puff Adder.
Well, Cottonmouth's not bad at lower points, because he just starts off with that super string for 60 points. And he's in
I don't like Cottonmouth at that lower point. I think because he loses so much on his defense, and he loses the charge as well. I like the charge better than the sneak attack.
Yeah, but you also need to get that attack up. But you're also doing like 7 damage if you get ultra heavy with exploit.
Right, with the 100 point. Yeah, with the exploit. Yeah, so that's why I like. This is what I hate about Serpent Society. I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit off reservation here because they ain't all black. But we are inclusive here on Starting Over Podcast.
Yeah.
Serpent Society, if you play them all at full points, they've got like this big old 40 to 60 point gap between them and the point build. But if you reduce either Puff Adder or Cottonmouth to their lower point value, then you have like an actual 400 point build. And it annoys me because I want to play them all at full point or full power. But that's a discussion for later in the cast when we talk about characters that we want made.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll just go ahead and jump to 1,000 points. 1,000 points. if you're able to play it and you just want to make a point that you are that good of a player in spite of a handicap, play Blue Marvel. Just do it. Just do it to piss either myself off if you sit in front of me, or just to prove that you're that much better of a player than I am. Just do it. If you give me a report, it's like I played Blue Marvel at 300 points and you won your event, and you can prove it to me that you won your event, I will send you something. I don't know what it is. I got a bag full of like Uncanny X-Men and World's Finest, like out the wazoo upstairs from Origins. I'll send you the bag. Like you have like $100 worth of commons, uncommons, and rares probably in that bag. Like, I'll just send you that bag. You have to prove to me like, hey, I won an entire event with Blue Marvel, and don't be like, yeah, I just summoned in ID characters. None of that crap. None of that. I already know people. And don't be like, oh, look, I just put Pandora's box on them, and I played them with, like, 2 pods. Like, no. Like, you got to show me, like, you just play Blue Marvel and 2 other black characters, or some other black character on the team, and won. Just no round table shenanigans or ID card shenanigans. I already know that. I already know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. But,
no, you don't know what I'm thinking.
Oh gosh.
Oh goodness.
Oh gosh.
I have an idea. It probably wouldn't work because after all, it's like a super tentpole team, and those don't work.
Yeah, but 300. Like, anyway, we're talking about 1,000 points, and I derail my own show because, 1,000 points. I think it would be just silly to just add Amanda Waller, like the new Amanda Waller. It's just 25 points.
Yes.
And just to send her out there to die. Just to send her out there to die.
No, you don't send her out to die. You do not send her out to die.
Or you just play a ton of
you play her. You play Bronze Tiger. You play Tattooed Man. And basically those 3. And you send Bronze Tiger and Tattooed Man out to die.
And they keep killing the other Bronze Tiger and Tattooed Man. That's how it goes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, you send other people out to die, and you just push those 2 crazily, because as other people die, they get to heal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she sits in the back in stealth, rolling leadership, giving you extra action.
Yeah, taking tokens off of pogs made by somebody, which I don't know who, but...
Well, I guess you could take tokens off of pogs, yeah.
Yeah.
She take tokens off
the
of
pigeons.
Yeah.
The pigeons. She's taking tokens off
of Falcon America's pogs. Yep.
The black delegation would like to remind everybody that Deadshot technically is black in the movies, so we can add Deadshot to that team.
So I feel some kind of way about adding people to the delegation because of movies. Until they make a movie version. Until they make a movie version of it, then I'm okay with it. Back in the old days when they didn't make black heroclix that much, I would bend the rules and add Black Adam on it because he came from somewhere close to Africa. He came from somewhere close to Africa, right?
That's
and Apocalypse.
No.
And Apocalypse as well. Apocalypse. Well, he sort of came from Egypt, I guess.
No.
But now that we actually have real black characters, I'm like, okay, Simon Baz, I'm sorry, you don't actually get on the team.
No.
But he's Indian anyway, isn't he?
No.
He's Indian.
He's Lebanese. Simon Baz is Lebanese. Yeah.
Yeah, like his whole arc starts off like in a very I was about to say statistical fashion, but it's like no, stereotypical fashion.
Fashion.
Yeah, with the car bomb going off. Like like really, like you couldn't introduce a character that's like, I'm Muslim. Let's start off with the car bomb. Like, really?
I know what they're trying to do, but
that's another Detroit character too. So
it sure
that story, he started from Dearborn, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit that has a lot of Arab Americans. And so, I read that. I'm a Green Lantern fanatic, and I was like, come on now,
Yeah.
They're not like that. They're not like that. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, another character that you could throw out on your 1,000-point team just to watch die is Rage. Just send Rage out to die.
Oh God!
I really like Rage. I really like Rage a lot. For that very reason that you can throw them out there and they just pound on and just gets better and better.
No.
My thing is this. I don't know if y'all. I know Edwards heard this story, but Dwayne McDuffie did a pitch before he died. This was years ago, back when he was working at Marvel, back when you had about 20% of your black contingency in Marvel that were on skateboards. So he wrote this script called Teenage Negro Skateboard Riders. And he had this whole script where he sat down and wrote this story, and it was like Night Thrasher was on this team, Rocket Racer was on the team, and there were a few other guys that were on the team, and then like they put in the stereotypical white girl that was literally her name. The stereotypical white girl who just happens to be a friend of theirs. She might be dating one of them, but you don't really know. You know, and, you know, then they go to this whole thing, and, like, the people in the heads up at Marvel got upset. They were like, well, why would you pitch this to us? And he was like, because y'all don't take black people seriously in the comics. Y'all created characters like Luke Cage and Blade. You know, this is before the Blade movie. This was before the Luke Cage series. This is back when you still were just rocking the yellow suit with the tiara, and Blade was in the coat of many colors like Joseph. And, you know, and you're just sitting here going like, he was frustrated because he was just like, you know, and I think the reason he did it was because I think Warren Ellis had just written a Cage series, and he admitted that he got the dialogue from 70s blaxploitation films, and the series was out in 98.
Ooh,
and so he challenged the whole thing. It was just like, why would you have a person that's from, like, England writing a black character with 70s blaxploitation speech? It makes no sense. They were like, well, what are you wanting from us? He's like, I want people to write good characters who happen to be black. I don't want people just writing black characters.
Speaking of a good character that happened to be black, that also is sort of useful, Spectrum. Even though they'll never make her like boss like she should be, but
Spectrum.
Yeah.
Spectrum. That's a sore point for me.
Yeah, she's not. She's way more powerful than they've made her in Clicks. Like way more powerful. Like she's like a 130 to maybe a 150 point character, and
130 at the least.
Yeah,
and
like,
she's
ridiculous.
I don't like the idea of going to 200, but she could actually get there. But you'd have to like load her up with a lot of
Wars, Cosmic Wars,
Yeah.
Creed, Creed Scroll Wars, I can see that maybe. But like recently, at least 130. Like, they haven't made her go like full, like supernova level yet. But like,
wasn't she also at Next Wave?
Yeah, that's my point.
That's what makes me mad. They made this Spectrum piece and did not give her the Next Wave keyword.
Yeah.
So she was already kind of bleh, but then I can't even play her with her team. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. Also,
kids.
Side note, when you read that comic when she comes out as Spectrum, there's this whole thing where this little girl did not want to straighten her hair because because Spectrum never straightened her hair. And then all of a sudden the mom was like, yeah, thank you. I can finally do that. Like putting that crappy chemical in your hair, like the straightening, oh gosh, there's so many things wrong with that. When I read that, I just wanted to like psychic punch the writer. And
wait, did you read that right? Did you read that right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, go back because it's when Proxima lands and Lady's wearing that.
He was making the opposite. He was actually making the opposite point. I think, if I recall correctly.
No, the mom wanted to straighten
the woman came. The woman came up and basically said, "Oh, I'm glad I'm so glad that you're giving us a positive role model." And she mentioned the fact that Spectrum was now straightening her hair as the way that she was giving a positive role model, and Spectrum quite appropriately kind of gave her the side eyes, like, what?
I don't know.
This is what you call positive role model.
I
think
don't know,
the writer
like,
was making the opposite point.
Because here's the thing, it was the kid, because the mom is complaining, and I know this has nothing to do with heroclix. The mom is complaining that the kid won't take a perm. And the reason is because Spectrum classically, as a character, has, well, Captain Marvel, Spectrum, whatever. What was her last other 2 or 3 names that they gave her? Because
Photon,
Pulsar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they keep taking her names and like throwing it to other characters because they never use her for Jack. And she led the Avengers. I think she's the first black person, first female. No, Wasp was first female. First black person to lead the Avengers. And you know, like,
I don't hear about that much stuff.
We can't think of anything to do with her. And but she always wore an afro or she wore dreads. And or sister locks, if you want to count that too. And that's cool. And then the whole nature of the straightening of the hair stuff, like, that's an issue because, like, even you see Storm all the time, like, they give her freaking Pantene Pro V white person hair, and it's like, no, it don't go down like that. It don't go down like that unless it says weave. And I don't think Storm will be rocking weave. So,
well, let's remember that Storm is a mutant, and obviously her mutation is blue eyes and long flowing platinum blonde hair.
What was a mohawk, by the way?
The Mohawk era was Mohawk era was cool. That was cool. That was something
I like
different.
Mohawk, but
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But back to 1,000.
Mohawk era is back.
Back to 1,000 point heroclix because I sidetracked myself into my own show. KJ, what's your thoughts of the 1,000 point heroclix Black History Month team?
Yeah, I have to go with. Well, there's only 2 combinations I could go. I'll use both of them. I'm just joking. Oh, no, but you have to throw Blue Marvel in there and try to make it work. Because you just need some extra points. You need some extra beat. Especially in Martyring. If you went, you can go back. That's different. But in Martyring, you need some. It sounds weird, but you need a filler, a heavy hitter filler. For a higher point value. And Blue Marvel does fit the bill to go along with whatever combination you want to look at, War Machine and Jakeem Thunder. So you at the end of the day, those 3 will have to be on that team. Maybe not Blue Marvel, but Black Lightning could probably go in there also as well. Black Manta can go in there.
I forgot about Black.
But you're gonna need some heavy hitters in there, to really make it work. But I did like the what's her name, Amanda Mallard. Is it Mallard or Waller? Waller. Okay. Yeah, that could be interesting going with your Spider-Man, being able to copy the Suicide Squad team ability, and then trying to make her work. Because I believe she works with the team ability, not the keyword, correct?
Is it a possess?
Which one?
Does it work off of possess or because
the Chief Waller? They have that symbol.
They have that symbol. Okay. So you can wildcard that, correct?
Yeah, but they have to possess.
Well, you can wildcard the ability, but you don't get the symbol. So wildcards will not be able to benefit from her extra Suicide Squad.
Well, Grandma gonna have to stay in the kitchen this time, but
but she's only 25. She's only 25 points though, and Braun Steiger is a boss. So
yeah,
that's true.
It just says, okay, here's what Amanda Waller's trait says, so we don't debate this. Friendly characters with Suicide Squad team ability may use that team ability to heal when any friendly character is KO'd anywhere on the map. It doesn't say possess.
Well, no, you're looking at it on realms, but if you actually look at the card, it says
card is different.
Characters with, and it shows Suicide Squad team symbol.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the key point right there.
Oh, never mind. You are. Yep. All right, then that's different.
Yeah, that's a typo. There's a typo right there.
How does Realms
Typo on the Realms?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Wow.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Will, what's your thoughts at 1,000 points for?
Well, if we're talking about Amanda Waller, I'm going to defer from Amanda Waller from this and use the Amanda Waller from the Flash set because I think she helps include people on a bigger team if you decide to try to rock a team specific around a theme because she has the whole thing where if they have there's several different keywords, and I'm trying to grab her real quick to pull her up. But she basically can give them the Suicide Squad team ability.
Yeah.
So it's not super expensive, and then you can do some other things with that as well. And she's not a bad one. She's not the OP kit one. I don't think she does the whole bomb squad thing where she puts the bombs in the necks. Everybody has the OP kit one. She does that one. And here we go. Okay, I'm in Flash now. Pulling that up. Bear with me just a second.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so Amanda Waller, number 34 in Flash. She comes in with a special recruit. When you build your force, you can choose a character with the Arkham Asylum, Injustice League, Rogues, Secret Society, Supervillains, or Society keyword. This character has a Suicide Squad keyword for this game, so it's not team builder, it's a keyword. You're all expendable. She can use Mastermind as if you were 150 points, but she may only transfer damage to a adjacent-friendly character with a shared keyword. And then behavioral collars, Amanda Waller can use Outwit, give a power action to a friendly character with a shared keyword within 6 squares of line of 5. That character can use Outwit until the end of your turn, until your next turn. So she's throwing out extra Outwit to people.
Nice.
Hold on. Killer Croc. Yeah, you. Dang it! It's not that. Oh, dang it! I was hoping the one from Joker's Wild had Suicide Squad or Arkham Asylum.
Oh, he doesn't have any of those?
No, he doesn't have Arkham Asylum. He just has Gotham City, Underworld, and Brute because Killer Croc's black.
Yeah, I've been trying to find actually solid independent confirmation that Killer Croc in his original form is black. I've seen versions of him where he is. I'm not sure about the main DC Universe
I think his
version.
name is like Waylon Marshall or something like that. I think it's always been the same person. Waylon Jones.
But he's also from like Louisiana, so he could. But yeah, I've seen versions of him where he's black. So he has had a spot in my black box of black characters until I get solid confirmation that he is not.
Yeah. So
the movie did nothing to disabuse me of that notion.
I just found out something interesting. Apparently, Technocrat is black.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Is he actually?
That is a game changer.
Jeffrey Brown is his actual name. I'm gonna pull it up his deal
Yeah,
now.
I forgot about him. Yeah, Technocrat here. Yeah.
So let's see. Hero and DC, former of the Outsiders, suit-powered armor, Jeffrey Brown. I can't get an origin on this dude. Yeah, there's a picture of him right there. He's black with white hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Black with white hair, like Wesley Snipes in Wesley Snipes in that. I was looking for Technocrat. Is he actually black?
Yeah, I'm looking at it on Wikipedia.
On Wikipedia?
Yep.
Oh.
Go down just a little bit at the beginning of the thing. You'll see a picture of him.
Yeah, he's the old black man.
What?
Yeah, he's the old black man.
These are the things you learn when you do a heroclix podcast together.
Yeah.
Now you can play a ton of them at 1,000 points, and you got some rocket. A long day. So you can play a couple of them, man, and that could work out really well. And just make sure your math is right.
Yeah, because that actually Technocrat has.
Oh, snap.
What?
I'm seeing it now.
He's black?
Yes. Welcome to the black box, Technocrat. I didn't like you before.
No, Technocrat and Black Lightning, now that's a powerhouse combination there. Like, that's good. I think Joker's Wild is the blackest HeroClix set we've had in a while.
Maybe.
No, like, actually, yeah, it's right up there with Civil War and, Civil War and, both Civil Wars. The OP and the movie.
In the movie one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, goodness, man, out of the Civil War OP kit set, we got Silhouette and Battlestar and
Patriot,
and Goliath, and
Black Panther, Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah. So, like, because I was going through sets and I was like, World's Finest is the worst set to get a black character out of.
There's just one, Witch.
Is the Witch black? Because the Witch is just brown. I just saw the Witch is brown. So
She's black, yeah.
She has no name. I just sort
of... Yeah, she has no name. She has no name. She's got the dark skin. Yeah.
Okay, so
she counts.
Does the delegation draft the Witch into the into the black box?
I mean, I feel some kind of way about it because, you know, she's a witch, but...
Literally, she's a witch.
It's like, so what y'all trying to say, yo? What y'all trying to say?
Now here's what I think would be kind of interesting. I remember, and let me put the disclaimer out there. I'm not big on comics, okay? And I apologize if I offend anyone, but I'm big on Green Lantern. And right, so if it kind of spills in, I know a little something about it. But wasn't Firestorm one of the characters? At least back in the day, Firestorm. One of the guys was black. I do remember that growing up.
Firestorm. Yeah, there was a point where it was Ronnie Jones and the Professor, and then the Professor changed partners for some reason.
Original Firestorm was Ronnie Raymond with Professor Stein. But later, it was Ronnie Raymond merged with Jason Rush, and Jason Rush was like a physics student or something at the university, and he's the black half of that.
And he was in the new set, and he was boss. He was killing it. He got on my Black History Month team with that character.
Oh yes,
yeah, he was murdered.
Yeah.
Let's briefly flash
but I think
back.
now.
Let's briefly flash back to that Firestorm. Because it's, I think it's like Firestorm number 10. Yeah, the number 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Just League.
It's either 10 or 9.
No, it's 10. Because I'm looking at him now. Running shot, 10 attack, energy shield deflection, RCE, 3 damage. Like, yeah. I remember he was good. For
yes. I see it now.
Before the 11s and 18s became common. But okay, so let's talk about characters we wish we could get in clicks either again or like, hey, please make that. And I'll start off with Ronan because you always have good picks.
So alluding to my complaint about the Serpent Society, Bushmaster is one of the actual really iconic members of the Serpent Societies. For those of you who aren't up on the character, he's basically a black man with the bottom half of his body is like a robotic snake body. So he's kind of half man, half snake deal. If they were going to do a Serpent Society sub-theme, he really should have been in there. But they didn't, so that's one I definitely want to see. Another one I definitely want to see, and I'm going to see in a couple of months, is Ms. America. Ms. America Chavez.
America Chavez, yeah.
Yeah, from Ultimates. I can finally play that Ultimates team, finally, with Black Panther, Blue Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Isn't Black Panther on the team?
Yeah.
And then what, you gonna drop Black
Spectrum. Yeah, Spectrum, and now finally Ms. America. Miss America is also part of the Latina delegation, but she dark enough, so I don't know where she comes from. I don't know if she's like Cuban American from the world that she comes from, but yes, I will have her on as an honorary at the very least.
Okay, cool. All right, KJ, which character, African American character, you wish they would make or you could make?
All right, so I'll tell the story about this. Again, I put the disclaimer out there. Wasn't big into comic books. My grandfather was, and but that kind of started me with the Green Lantern. But I used to hear stories about this guy, and he's actually, again, a lot of our African American superheroes, when they began in comics, they began in Detroit. A lot of people may not know that back in the day, in the 40s and 50s, Detroit pretty much had a heavy population of black folks in their communities. But the character that my grandmother and grandfather used to tell me about, his name was Amazing Man.
Oh, yes.
And it was quite interesting that I actually seen an article on AC Realms just saying, hey, why don't we get him? He was on Clicks. And basically, Amazing Man, he was a spinoff of Joe Louis and Jesse Owens. And he actually was first put out there in comic books in the, I want to say the late 30s, early 40s. And, you know, especially in the Detroit area, growing up, when people talked about comic books and things of that nature, this was a character whose name was brought up a lot, you know, in the neighborhoods. So, it was kind of unique in the 80s when they put him with, I believe it was Justice League Europe, I think it was. That might have been a spin-off series. But, and then they also had the Justice League Detroit, which was kind of a team. And along with Vixen was on that team also as well. And I believe Blue Devil was on that team. But that's a Clicks that I would love to see them make, but not put it within the set. I think they should make it almost, I want to say almost a Con Elite level. And the reason why I say that is because it was one of the first African American superheroes ever. So I think, you know, it should go down to like almost the, you know, comic book Hall of Fame type thing. And I think heroclix, it's, you know, make them really souped up, make them good, make them playable, and give it to all the players to just to go back and research them. I think is a good learn, good learn in the things that he did, and just a good lesson about comic books in general.
Okay. All right, Will, go into Duffy Land and bring out a
all right. Thank you, because you knew we've had that conversation. You knew where I was going. So I've always been a Milestone fan, mainly Icon and Rocket.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was kind of a crime that we never got an Icon, especially since Icon and Rocket both got introduced into the main DC universe for a while. Mm-hmm. And then when they redid the New 52 stuff, we haven't seen or heard from them since. And so I was kind of hoping we could get either a duo of Rocket and Icon, and then maybe somewhere in the set you do an Icon and Rocket separate. You know, so that way you can do, since they really don't do split merge anymore, you know, either that or just do two separate ones. But then the only other thing I would do, which I'm sure we're going to get her at some point, is Rory from the new Iron Man series and the Moon Girl.
Yeah.
Since they're both African American and female, and they're both probably two of the smartest women in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Okay, my pick is not old school, but it sort of tells you like the era in which I grew up in comics. Because most of the characters I wanted to make like outside of Icon and then President Superman. And if you're not familiar with President Superman before they reworked him to be Obama, I hated that. I really didn't like that. Those are two characters in particular I like. In short, there was a DC Earth where like the racial diversity was flipped. so all the black people were white and all the white people were black minus Lex Luthor for some reason. I don't know why. And Superman came to Earth, and he was black. He was from Southern Krypton. I am not making this up.
Wow.
And he became president, and he was still Superman. So I wanted like President Superman, and I wanted them that before they turned him into Obama, and I didn't like that, because that adds a political element into it that really wasn't there at the time. And I thought,
And it also dates the character too.
yeah, that it also will date him really hard in the future, but yeah. But the one character that I wanted to make after my long list of characters has been shortly exhausted because WizKids finally making a good Jon Stewart is Cinch and Sync from Generation X. And he has the ability to just be like, yep, I copy your powers and I copy these other people's powers. Like he's really, really stupid strong. If the right people are around him. And he's really, really weak if there's nobody around him. So he's one of those characters I feel like the more characters you have on the field, the stronger he should be. And then as fewer characters get on the field, like he should start becoming progressively weaker. And he would definitely be a super rare type character because you would have to put in a lot of special text on him. Something you would like the number of characters, like if you have 3 or more characters, if you have 2 characters on your force, modify one of his combat values by +1. If you have 3 or 3 to 5 characters on your force, modify Cinch's combat values, by +2, or pick 2 stats modified by +1. You have 6 or more characters on your team. Pick 2 powers from any friendly character within 6 squared. Modify all his stats by +1. Like he got stupid. Like when he got introduced during the Phalanx saga. He came in super buff, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's super buff." It's like, no, he just copied the strength from Sabretooth, and then when Sabretooth went away, he like shrunk down. They tried to remake somebody like Cinch. It was one of the guys. He was in New Mutants when they redid it. It was a black guy. Whenever like he was in the area of people, like he could get their information. Prodigy.
Prodigy, yeah. I was going to say, I was thinking of him.
Yeah, Prodigy, not the Spider-Man Prodigy, not him. There's another, he's in the X-Men crew. And then after, House of M, he lost his powers. But, like, that was another one that was like Cinch. Sync, I keep calling it Cinch. Yeah, like he was like Sync. But he was different because he wasn't powerful by what he, like, produced, but he was powerful by like what he was doing with his information. So that guy would be really hard to do in heroclix, or really
it could be done though.
Yeah, it could be done. It would be like, hey, if he can use perplex, probability control, and outwit, and if any friendly character can use any of those powers, he can use like pick one. And if there's any friendly character like next to him or within 6, he can use that additional power as well, and he's like 50 or 65 points or something like that.
Yeah.
But all right, that's today's show. I
have an addendum though. Go ahead with the addendum. I want to drop my other 2 characters that I want to see made because I forgot about 2 that I've been wanting for years.
Oh, okay.
One of them is Shiloh Norman, Mr. Miracle. I was really disappointed that they did not make a Prime version of him when last time they made Mr. Miracle. It was a perfect opportunity to just
Was that when he was reborn as the New Gods during that whole
Final Crisis?
Because there was when the New Gods got killed and then Mr. Miracle was reborn into that magician dude that's black. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, Shiloh Norman has been a supporting character of Mr. Miracle for almost from the beginning.
Never mind. Sorry.
So now he is, but now he was Mr. Miracle, and he was the linchpin in the fight against Darkseid in Final Crisis. So I've been wanting to get a Shiloh Norman Mr. Miracle for years, and they just haven't done it. And the other one is Aqualad, specifically the one from the cartoon, and they're basically introducing the character version from the cartoon into Teen Titans like in a couple months or so. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, those are my two: Aqualad, Mr. Miracle.
Did we get an Aqualad that is that Aqualad
Nope.
like back
Nope.
during Brightest Day?
Nope. I mean, oh well, in comics, yes, we got it in comics, not in clicks.
Not in clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the one that got inspired. The thing is, they are doing a Young Justice season 3, probably on Netflix. So
Yeah.
we'll see him again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I thought they made like a whole big deal like he's Black Manta's son.
Black Manta's son, yes.
And then he's also like under Aquaman. Like,
Well, he served under Aquaman, but Aquaman didn't tell him that Black Manta was his father. That happened in the comics as well.
yeah, and he also had like the water weapons and stuff that was awesome in the comics.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, yeah. In the comics, I think he learned. He did, yes, yeah. He also learned of his parentage like right off the bat too.
Yeah.
In Brightest Day.
Yeah.
Whereas it happened off screen between seasons in Young Justice.
Yeah, that's dumb writing. That's bad writing.
Mm.
But
No, it was actually kind of cool in the cartoon because
Well, they did it because he ends up dressing as Black Manta, and you don't realize it's him for the first few episodes, and then at one point his mask gets knocked off, and they reveal it because him and his father are talking about something, and they reveal it for the first time that it's him. Well, then the team doesn't know it until his mask gets knocked off in the show.
Yeah. Well, the team did know it, but so for the first few episodes of Young Justice Season 2, you're wondering, where is Aqualad? And what's going on? And then you find out that he has gone over to the other side. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and the way they handled that was really cool. So that's why I missed Young Justice. I hated that they ended it on such a weird cliffhanger with the whole handshake at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the aliens invading? Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was the fact that you had Vandal Savage showing up on Apocalypse and shaking Darkseid's hand and basically saying business is as usual. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, why is there no third season 3 if this is the end? You would think it's a lead-in to season 3.
So the short answer that why there's no season 3, and
I know.
Because
the toy line they had. Yeah, the toy line that they had out didn't do well. The Cartoon Network did the whole little, we're going to start showing new episodes of this at 2 o'clock in the morning on Thursdays.
Well, and in addition to that, the show was also popular with women and girls. And for some ridiculous reason, the license companies and stuff really just want to focus on their particular audience. So they just want to focus on boys. If the women start getting interested, it dilutes the brand or something, and sometimes they'll just actually kill a successful cartoon because of that reason. Bruce Timm, either Bruce Timm or Paul Dini publicly complained about that one time, about how, it's not because the ratings were bad, it's because of the ridiculously sexist toy industry, really.
Well, like, having worked at Target, I think the issue is that, like, definitely in particular, if you look how DC is marketing to women, like, again, this has turned into pop culture podcast, people, I'm sorry. But if you look at how DC is marketing superheroes to girls, they didn't do that until the freaking Monster High chicks were dressing up as superheroes. Then Barbie did it, and the Bratz girls did it, and so DC was like, we're just losing money on this market. So then they created like a whole series of dolls and characters and stuff.
The DC superhero girl.
Yeah, DC superhero girls.
Mm-hmm.
You got like Harley Quinn in there, Poison Ivy in there, Supergirl, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman. And
Bumblebee. Can't forget Bumblebee.
I didn't see Bumblebee last time I.
She's in there. She's in there.
Yeah.
She is in there.
So,
she's in there.
Yeah, which is sort of sad.
So that was that T-shirt that my little daughter wanted. I went to Target the other day, and I literally seen that T-shirt they had on there. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And so I ended up getting it for her.
But yeah.
I didn't know it was a team. I know who the characters were. I didn't know it was a team. Okay.
Well, it's not even a team. I think are they going to do a show with that?
No, the show's already out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're doing a whole little cartoon of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just a reimagining of the DC superheroes and some of the villains as high school girls.
All going to school together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the only boys on the campus are, like, Beast Boy and Steve Trevor.
Oh, gosh, really?
So, like, most of the teachers are like an almost all-female squad of teachers as well, so.
Oh, gosh. See, and this is, and side note, I give credit to Monster High because it's at least a little bit more gender integrated. Like, there's, even though I don't like the portrayals on the shows of what I've seen, there are like there are male and female monsters in the show. But that just seems a little bit, but that's another story. But again, to sort of take a note in a little line from Two Clicks from KO, this isn't a pop culture TV show superhero podcast. This is a heroclix podcast.
Yes.
So I like to thank my guests for coming on today's show. Give a little shout out. Everybody gets a little shout out. Kate, Roni, you got any shout outs?
Not really. I'm just going to plug my little website, heroclix.com, where it's all about fun. Come visit sometime. Read my little ramblings about fun teams, because that's my focus.
Yeah. And we have insights, too. Don't be deceived by the fun team. Also, this is for folks that don't know, this is like the second time Roni's been on the show. So if you go back through the catalog, you'll find the other time as well.
Yeah.
KJ, you got any shout-outs?
Well, yeah, I'll have to give out a shout-out to, I know this is going to make Edward kind of like, oh, my God. So we're going to give a shout-out to University of Michigan football team for a great season this year, and don't edit this out. And then also we're going to give it to University of Miami, my alma mater, also as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And also, on a real note, I'm going to give it to my Phoenix Next team and out here in Northwest Indiana, Creative Comics. So those are my shout-outs.
Okay. Will.
All right. First of all, shout out to Phoenix Nest. I got a real cool chance to play West from Phoenix Nest, and you got a really good group of guys there. So I just want to shout that out because I really appreciate the opportunity to play against him and get to meet him and PJ as well. And as I said earlier, I am an author of children's books, so I'm going to plug the site where you can go find them. www.amazon.com/author/William Holland, all typed together. There you go.
There you go. Check out Will's books. They're pretty cool. So that's it for today's episode. You can follow me on Twitter at StartOverPod. It came from outer space and told me, there's other people out there in space and they're brown too. Because I can't pick freaking Fatality this year. I can't pick Fatality. Fatality's been saving my butt, her and Jon Stewart, so much the last few years. I'm just glad I get to skip over Tyrod. I derailed my own show. You can find out when a new show is up, and you can hear my random musings, like when I ask for musical hits from the DJ in the Bachata in the Salsa Club. So there you go. You can follow. Gosh, dog. You can email me at startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast@gmail.com if you wish to opine. Keep it 50, keep it interesting. Keep it the complete opposite of this show. Just tell me what you think of this episode. And what are you playing for Black History Month? If you want to get a Phoenix Nest shirt, go ahead and check the link below. You can go get one from there. And hopefully here in like the next month or so, I'll have a new graphic up for the new shirt. And If you want to donate to the show, head over to startingoverpodcast.blogspot.com, and it's just primarily there as a donate button host. It's lonely sometimes, and it needs company. All right. I'd like to thank all my guests for coming on today. And remember, we all have to start over sometime.